The American armed forces have intensified attacks against Iranian infrastructure in the south of the country and around the Strait of Hormuz. Bridges were destroyed at least 7 points near Bandar Abbas. Coastal defenses and missile sites were destroyed, and operations have extended to areas further north, including facilities near the capital, Tehran. These direct strikes on strategic points caused immediate shock in the region. In retaliation, Iran began targeting American bases and infrastructure located in neighboring Arab countries. Missile and drone attacks were recorded against targets in the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Kuwait, Jordan, Qatar, and Oman. Tehran also signaled that it may direct its Houthi allies in western Yemen to restrict or close the Bab al-Mandeb Strait, increasing pressure on critical maritime routes that connect the Red Sea to the Indian Ocean. In this context of exchanging blows and mutual threats, Israel is preparing for a possible greater escalation in the confrontation between the United States and Iran as early as next week. Israeli sources confirm that the country is on high alert and ready for any scenario that may affect its territory. According to reports confirmed by American and Israeli officials, the Trump administration is sending dozens of additional refueling planes to Israel. Currently, about 30 of these planes, such as the KC-135 and similar models, are already operating at Ben Gurion International Airport near Tel Aviv, and a similar number is based at Ramon Airport in the south of the region. The plan is to raise the total to the levels recorded at the beginning of the current cycle of confrontations, allowing for greater operational flexibility. These refueling planes are essential in any prolonged air campaign. They allow fighters and bombers to carry out long-range missions without relying exclusively on vulnerable ground bases in the region, which Iran has already demonstrated the capability to strike. Operating from Israel offers a combination of relative security and strategic proximity to cover deep targets within Iranian territory. President Donald Trump made the American intention clear in a recent interview, stating, quote, "We're going to hit them very hard tonight. We're going to hit him very hard tomorrow night. We're going to hit them very hard the following night. And then next week it gets really bad for them because next week it's the power plants. Next week it's the bridges. We're going to take down all their power plants. We're going to take down all their bridges unless they come to the table and negotiate." End quote from Trump. The president also indicated that energy targets would be prioritized last but not ruled out. In addition to the ongoing attacks on bridges and coastal defenses, the White House is considering broader options. Among them are additional bombings of facilities and civilian infrastructure, such as power plants, deeper attacks on Iranian nuclear sites to bury enriched material even further, and actions against suspected underground facilities. How like the Pecati Mountain complex? Trump has not made a final decision yet, but the logistical preparations in Israel show that the American side is positioning itself to support a more intense offensive. If you want to watch this full video and have access to exclusive content only for members, become a channel member by simply clicking this join button. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also sent a tough and direct message. In a recent speech, he declared, "Don't count on us staying quiet if you attack us. Don't count on a repeat because it won't be a repeat." And that was already powerful enough. This will be a different event, much more powerful, referring to a possible attack that will be carried out against Iran. While Tehran continues attacks against American bases on Arab soil and threatens to expand the reach of its response, Israel has so far remained out of direct confrontation. However, the arrival of more American planes and refueling operations indicates that Washington sees value in having the ability to project force from Israeli territory in case the escalation requires combined or support operations. The presence of these planes at Israeli civilian airports, especially at Ben Gurion, is already sparking internal debate. With the airspace open and the holiday season underway, the additional volume of military aircraft could affect regular commercial flights. 3 months before the Israeli elections, scheduled for the 27th of October, the issue has become sensitive in domestic politics, with the Ministry of Defense and the country's defense forces advocating for maintaining capability, while other sectors push for solutions that minimize the logistical impact. Expanded aerial refueling significantly broadens the options available. Israeli or American aircraft based in the region gain extended range to strike targets deep inside the country without the need for multiple refuelings at exposed bases. This also allows for longer loiter time over targets and greater flexibility for missions and suppression of defenses. Aircraft can strike more effectively. Iran, in turn, has already shown that it does not hesitate to respond asymmetrically. Its recent attacks on infrastructure and bases in Arab countries show a strategy of pressuring American allies in the region, while at the same time avoiding direct confrontation with Israel. For now, the possible mobilization of the Houthis in the Bab al-Mandeb Strait represents more of another pressure front, capable of affecting global maritime trade quickly and at a relatively low cost to Tehran. The preparations observed in Israel, the deployment of American resources, suggest that the coming days will be decisive. The American focus on Iranian energy and transportation infrastructure aims to increase internal pressure on the Tehran regime, forcing it to reconsider its stance in the Strait of Hormuz and in nuclear negotiations. Become a member to watch this full video and receive exclusive member content. Just click here on the join button. Share in the comments if you believe these preparations could be signs of devastating attacks and even the elimination of Iranian leaders. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next ones.